Hi, hello, and welcome to the Galactic Consularship Report brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the Leo rising. If you do not know your rising, start with your North Node. You can continue on to other energy there if you want. That ensures it's the most accurate. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Go ahead and smash that like button. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe. We review book a session, send a donation. I'll be deliberating the findings from Vibe About It Tarot. It's Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. If there's any love, the astrological energies will be deliberated by the Los Scarabello by it's Vela by Los Scarabello, and any doubles I'll use the minor arcana from the Cosmic Coven, and that is by Lillian Lazenby. During Pisces season, the sun for a Leo rising is transiting the eighth house. So, eighth house is going to enlighten us, enumerate us, maybe heal, transform, bring vitality around like transformation, deep hidden truths, shared resources a little bit, kind of like the playing ground of things. Rebirth, spiritual rebirth, can talk about things that are going to be happening suddenly. We could be wrapping things up or kicking things off, especially around healing, deep insights, transformation. Ultimately, it's a rebirth situation. And then there's going to be a little bit of like financial matters going on, maybe even inheritance with the sun, specifically transiting the eighth house, taxes, debts, repayments, sudden elimination of expenses or debts, or the appearance of it will be related to other areas if that happens. It won't be a surprise for debts specifically, but the eighth house usually is surprise. It the things that are hidden are the power dynamics. They come to light, but they're hidden at first. It's not necessarily something that we can anticipate unless it's born out of like in-laws. Okay, unless it's born out of a place where it's the product of a union, whether it's like a best friend, a business partner, a marriage partner. Okay, remember, Pisces is always the energy because we're in Pisces season. Pisces is always like hidden truths, okay? Emotional healing, okay? That's we're gonna go through some kind of purification according to that. It will bring up finances, especially shared finances, because there's a deep internal journey. That's what Scorpio rules. We're going to be imposing the guidance from the Thought Tarot. That's by Aleister Crowley, Lady Frida Terrace. Another night, another dream will always do. It's just a beating of my heart. It's good to be true. Oh, it's a passion. Oh. Okay, so the 90s is coming through. You can feel it in the air. Oh, oh. It's a passion. Oh, oh, oh. So there's an outlaw here. Five of Swords with the, yeah, this is gonna be a hoopty. Oh my. Uh, Okay, so Five of Swords with the Justice card, Outlaw. Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra, or it could talk about some kind of complaint, some type of motion according to karmic or law and order. Karmic justice, which is karma, universal justice, which is karma, or some type of law, peace, and security, which is law and order. Now, the death card with the justice card talks about a strict sentence, and there is somebody being found guilty here with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords and the justice card means somebody's found guilty. Nine of Swords in and of itself means somebody's guilty, because typically they'd be feeling shame or guilt. There can be some. I'm heard the word remorse. That the Five of Pentacles would bring that in. Normally, it's the Five of Cups, but shame, guilt is in the Nine of Swords. Sometimes regret. It can be haunted or targeted. There's a Mars and Gemini here with the Tower card. Because over the next 6 weeks or so, some kind of strict justice is playing out and it's not going anywhere. Another night, another dream will always do. Ooh, I just want to dance now. Just a beating in my heart, this to be true. Oh, oh. Okay, I had to let that out. It's a passion. And there's a double nine here, so there is a need to isolate, a need to take space, really. You can feel it in the air. Oh, oh. Okay, it's really coming through. I have the giggles. Okay, so this Nine of Swords with the Justice card is telling me somebody's being found guilty. Three of Swords. There might have been a complaint filed, but really it's something suspended. So already there's terms and conditions here. There might have been like bail or a warning, a reprieve, because this is not always law and order. I mean, we need the Emperor card for it to be law and order, because right now it's the spiritual court. So for real, somebody's not yet under judgment, but there is some kind of deliberation already taking place. There's a rude awakening here. And our favor might be being stripped, or um, we were we need to tap into our favor to call upon our spirits. We'll know a little bit more in a moment, but we could be dealing with some kind of Scorpio rising and Leo midheaven specifically. I'm getting that. Could have Sun in Leo. I'm getting that. We could have a Taurus rising, Venus in Scorpio. I'm getting that. We do have a Gemini Sun, Gemini rising, or Sun in the third house, Mars in the third house. We're protected here, but we were stripped or harvested, and this is something that happened in the past. It's karma. It's like a damage was done and it's being rectified. There's a deliberation taking place about it. So with the eighth house, it would mean that something happened to us in the recent past. Now, this recent past thing that happened to us could have been going on for a long time, multiple. Since the very distant past, something could have been going on where in the recent past it was discovered or it shifted or it changed. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Moon card. So that's, I mean, the High Priestess. So that's definitely Moon in Taurus. We have the Nine of Pentacles here and the Seven of Cups. So we might have been unhealed, unawakened. We might have been projected onto. We might have been under some illusion, delusion, confusion. There could have been a facade of some kind with the Seven of Cups. We could have been in the swamp dealing with some kind of fake, phony, fictitious energy, a rata cucaracha, swamp person, because something that was built out of our energy is being canceled. So we have the suspension here and the cancellation, and the suspension is done by a deliberator, and the cancellation is happening to the other party here. It's not happening to us. Actually, there's a new beginning with us, Ace of Pentacles. And what's going on behind the scenes is some kind of um, mediation, and there's a guilty verdict here where restitution is paid, an alignment, a reconciliation happens, but not a reconciliation where we make do, we make kind, we make nice, but like a correction. Um, the word is escaping me, so it's not relevant. I heard the word remuneration, but it's not exactly it. Reparations. But for whatever reason, the word remuneration is relevant here. I don't know why, because reparations would have came right away. Y'all know how my gift works. The way the gift works is it'll be at the ready. I can speak other languages, and then when I don't need to, I can't recall. So I won't lose track of that word. It's not reparations, or that might be after the fact, or that might come down the road later on. Remuneration. It might be where they have to do some allocution. They have to share what they did. They have to make a public statement. They have to go around letting people know, or letting entities, energies, ideologies, spaces, and places know that some infraction happened. It was a It could have been something petty. It wasn't a grand anything, Seven of Swords. It was kind of petty. Or it could have been where we were tricked into participating, but we were unhealed, unawakened. Because I'm getting the rule of lesser magic. So somehow we were tricked into giving assent, consent for some kind of harm to happen to us. So on paper, it would have looked like we were a consenting prey, willing victim kind of deal. We could be feeling overwhelmed with the Page of Cups and the Seven of Cups. It can also be that because we were harvested in some way. That's what I'm getting here. And I don't know what that song means. Another night, another dream. It's just the beating of my heart. Oh, let me look up the lyrics. I'll be right back. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so I looked up the song. There's a dream. Somebody's communicating with us. There is another energy here. They're communicating with us through mainly dreams. It's something that is an X that's cut out. Three of Swords, Devil, when it comes out early on in the reading, it can always talk about an X. Okay, I need tea. Be right back. So that song is talking about something, it is an energy here trying to get to us from the astral plane. The thing about the death card and the moon card, the moon talks about the lower astral, the death card talks about the entire astral plane. There's something from the past being worked through, worked out. And we have a triple three here and a triple nine. Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. So there's a spiritual inheritance or a destiny, some kind of birthright agreement before we came through. It also could be a record, something that was supposed to take place, some kind of mission. It feels like it did get commenced, like we went down the road towards this mission, but there might have been obstacles along the path. We might have needed to be extracted from this mission that we were on because there was another individual here, some type of agreement we had with them. They were working things out. A triple three means clicks, covens, cabals. There was some type of energy that kind of took on a mind of its own, like a snowball effect. And with a triple nine instead of a pair of nines, see, a pair of nines means needing to take space. Triple nines meaning it means forced separation. If there's all four nines, it means exile. That's the thing with the nines. They're solitary. So on our end, we have some kind of protection here and choice and favor. On this other end, something that they did is being revoked. There's like a cancellation here, a cancellation here. And they gain some type of power. Um, but there's a transformation here, and it's a strict sentence. It's karmic. It has to deal with the incarnational cycle. So, what I'm getting is that there was a wound, Three of Swords, and we're still healing from a Four of Swords. The Knight of Swords plus the Four of Swords means needing repose, needing respite, needing quarantine, needing protection from the outside world specifically. Something's being ushered and called in. The road is open for something. There's some type of clearance, Three of Wands. It's this Five of Pentacles and the Death card. The end of hardship, the end of being extracted, the end of being left out, the end of exile. Mirroring this is some kind of review or deliberation through a process of a trial. The Four and the Ten of Swords can mean a trial. We have the Four of Swords and Ten of Swords. The Three of Swords are all out. Also, the Nine of Swords. Okay, so that's a lot of swords. With the Justice card, it literally talks about, in the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it talks about some kind of cycle going through. When the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords come out, it means literally there was some hunt, there was some attack, there was some investigation, there was something pointed into something, someone. It's an inquiry of sorts. We're also feeling guilty, or, well, it's not us, but there's feelings of guilt, regret, shame, because something was gotten through some type of repression, cowgirl energy, a usurping or forcing some type of control. And listen, they don't mind what they did, but they do mind that they didn't get what they wanted out of it. And they also realize that they got caught or it didn't work like they thought it would. I'm not seeing any love like usual, so I'm going to put this away temporarily so we have more room here. So I want to know what the Saturn and Libra is, Three of Swords. And okay, so more will be revealed. More is on the way, something viable here. There is an ending, a death. Okay, someone is moving towards an ending because there's something at the heart of the matter here, or some kind of post-up space. We have Denari and Bambino, some type of post-up, a 6 and a 7 as a progression as well. Something was done in the past where a blindness or undercover or hidden aspect, obfuscation happened. Okay, more just got revealed here. Yeah, see, the thing is that we really healed and we're still healing, but speranza means hope. We have things to work on. What I'm getting is that somebody And it's a person. I don't have it all here, but it's a being. It anchored into the physical through the flesh, and it's a person. Somebody realized that they had what they wanted and they needed to come fair, but they did some type of cancellation or maybe ghosting with the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords. That's a ghosting energy here. And there's a death usually when you have the Ten of Swords and the Death card. Doesn't always mean modifica del copia, but we do have the Five of Wands here, and we have some solar energy. I wonder, because it could have been the source of life. It could have been where they needed to get plugged in to, re-up or, rejuvenate themselves. Nine of Swords could also be vampiric energy. It could also be some type of spiritual attachment, but I'm not getting that because the Devil card's not out. Although vampiric energy can be the Nine of Swords with the High Priestess. So there's also this Venus in Scorpio energy. Let's check that. It could also be this Venus in the eighth house. Yeah, well, the other side realizes that something that they built up is burning down, but they took it by storm. Knight of Wands, King of Wands. They went after it in an aggressive way. There could be Sun in Aries here. Scorpio rising. I'm hearing Venus in Aries. I'm not seeing it, but I'm hearing Venus in Aries, but I'm also hearing Venus in the sixth house. So if there's Sun in Aries, Scorpio rising, that is a sixth house Sun. If Venus is in the same sign as their Sun, which it usually is, it's never more than two signs before, two signs behind, or in the sign. And for Mercury, it's one sign before, one sign behind, or in the sign. That's just the Venus and Mercury are never far away from wherever the Sun is in the sky. So if a person is an Aries Sun, Scorpio rising, that means they have a sixth house Sun. And if Venus is in Aries too, that would be in the sixth house. Because I'm hearing Venus in Aries and I'm also hearing Venus in the sixth house. And we have it here. Venus in the sixth house specifically. We also have Mercury in the sixth house and it's crowning the reading. So there was a click, a covenant, a cabal. I'm getting very specifically an altar here. So there was some energy, entity, ideology designed to extract. It got canceled out. They did some energy harvesting. It got canceled out. They wanted to keep us in illusion, delusion, confusion, somewhere covered up or cloaked or dazed and confused. It got canceled out. We now have the seal of protection. They can't make it through. They saw that we were chosen. We had this anointing or favor on our life. That's part of what they were going after. There was supposed to be some kind of love so they can get yoked even deeper to us. There were too many delays for them. They couldn't weather that storm. That's the thing with imposter spirits. If you question them three times, you'll see a glitch in them really quickly before their mask will drop momentarily. It's part of the universal design. Okay, let's run through this. We looked at that. We need to look at this Venus and Scorpio. Something needs to be put to bed. Somebody effed around and found out. They weren't expecting that because it's not how we seemed. We seemed innocent, naive, unaware, but that wasn't actually the truth. It seemed like we were alone and that they could target us, but really what they discovered was the situation turned around on them. They thought, oh, I found I can attend to somebody. I need somebody to attend to. This is an energy of somebody that needs to be needed, but that's the love they put together. There's some type of toxicity here, and that's leaving. The toxicity is leaving their life, and they're thinking about us, and it's coming through in the dream realm. But they finally matured. La Jarata, that's the butterfly emerging from the cocoon. They finally matured, and they want to come back and nurture the situation, but it's in the past. It's been buried. So they're trying to pull a Lazarus, or it's not even that they're trying to pull a Lazarus. They're coming across the plane, across the astral plane towards us. What is this 333? Yeah, some type of impasse. Five of Swords, it could be a short-sighted victory or lose-lose situation. They might have been hot-headed, heavy-handed. They're standing their ground. They're acting kind of entitled. Now, with the Queen, there may be some true entitlement here, but actually, with that 8, it's saying that some kind of energy projection is still, they're still wanting to benefit from it. They still feel like they were able to trick us momentarily. They were able to abuse us momentarily. They were able to deny our free will momentarily, and they expect that to continue in perpetuity. Okay, people do evolve. Things do go on. What is this 999? Okay, so we found our power by stepping away from this. Yeah, there was some exploitation and seizure because our heart was open. We did look very vulnerable to this individual, this energy. So this is interesting because we're learning about something bad that went down in the past, but it's activated us. Going through this energy entity ideology with this person activated something in us. And it was a series of backfires. They were a hidden enemy, but whatever they did backfired. The Three of Wands is here too. They had an altar or candles or energy projection or something like that. It's kind of a combination. I named several things, but a couple of them in conjunction. Yeah, this is a person that does Reiki or energy something. They stand in their energy and they project it outwards, and it's usually effective with other people, but they met the right one. They picked the wrong victim, but they picked the right one because we undid their energy without even knowing. I need to check this Knight and Libra energy. It's a Libra rising, Mars and Libra. Yeah, so they were an opponent. They really were trying to do some love spell, and they kept coming in to prospect to see what was working. And they had us acting foolish. This is the Delerante here, 7 of Cups. It was fattening us up for some kind of slaughter at a later time. This just went bad really quickly. So the truth here, alert. Yeah, so the tables turn. Our intuition triggered, our gifts got triggered by whatever they were doing. It triggered our gifts. It didn't actually cement us in as a victim. Now we have Moon and Libra. With the Two of Cups Lovers card. Okay, so yeah, that's the truth. They were doing some kind of wooing. Knight of Cups. I want to know about this double seven because it's an alert. It's an alert to some type of facade, mirage, fake, phony, fictitious. It's not an imposter, Seven of Swords, but there was some agenda, some strategy. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Tell me about this pair of seven. It was a spell. Eight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles has been coming a lot. Honestly, it was a love spell. They wanted to swap places into our destiny. They wanted to be hitched, tied to our soul lineage so that they could access certain things. We did have a spiritual inheritance. And there was some type of intention to swap. I feel like it was trade places, and we had something already, and they moved in and took that their destiny swap was something else that was attached to it. They knocked somebody else, Five of Swords, they knocked somebody else out of the way. But in doing so, but the thing is, they really didn't have the whole story, Page of Swords. They didn't know the everything. So they really just got caught in place. They were entrenched in the situation, not being able to make enough movement. Knight of Wands, they kept coming back to see what was going on. There was some type of union, Two of Cups. They did get access, but they didn't do much with it. They just sailed right into destruction. They might have been trying to dig a hole for us, but it became a grave for them. It really canceled them out. Whatever they did really canceled them out. They brought them down all the way to the ground. So over the next 2 weeks, this energy may come back towards us. That's one thing that I'm picking up. It's not going to work though, unless it's a new person. So what is this moon in Gemini? Tell me. It could also be a moon in the third house. It's a discovery. It could be Cupid's arrow if it's a new person. It's a love spell that has no more effect, but somebody is trying to rest on that laurel if it's an old one. There's a little bit of work energy here, though, but it's saying that changes need to happen around work or finances. There could be a Pisces rising here. Now, this energy wants to reconcile in some kind of way because they're learning. Six and seven, they're learning about something that's always been there, and we were always clear on it. Lo Costanza with the Gran Signore, we were always clear. There was something kind of obvious to us, not them. They were unawakened. Now, there was this energy projected at us of love so that some person could be hitched to us in a way. I'm not getting 100% false or anything, but there was the mirage, the illusion of something created. We were seen as down on our luck, or we were used as a source to harvest, energy harvest. We were the supply, mercante, we were the supply, and they did lose it. There was some kind of break or lull or delays or obstacles, but there's this energy coming back, a returner. I didn't see the Knight of Wands here, I don't believe. We have the Knight of Cups, so there's a new energy coming in, and the whatever tie, whatever hold this old energy that is from the distant past. They're not around us anymore. It's being cast off. There's a Scorpio rising here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So somebody did something in the past, a spell. The reason that it's not showing up negative is because it's no longer, the person's no longer around. It got canceled out, but they can like they can tap in some way. They might still have some kind of access, but they're not able to harvest us like they used to. If another person moves in that we fall into an intimate union with, they're going to be canceled out permanently in a way where they can't even access us anymore. There is still some type of loophole, backdoor access here. See this double four? It's also malady and the sickness and the false, the like falsita, the falsity. No, there's definitely Venus and Scorpio here. Venus in the eighth house. For Scorpio rising, that would be Venus in the eighth house. Yeah, so love is coming in. It's going to purge any of these old remnants from old spells that don't work. Something got canceled out, the Ten of Swords, and it backfired on them in the past too. They were able to deal with this in a way where their spell was granted. They gained access to us, but then we it was a manipulation thing. They also had anger, rage problems. Yeah, they did. It died because they couldn't control their energy. They couldn't keep the mask on like they do with other people. I can't keep waiting for you. Yeah, time moves by so slowly for those who wait. I'm hung up and tired of waiting on you. Every little thing that you say I do. So this was about some energy reaching across the astral plane to monitor, to check on. It's not the traditional monitoring spirit. It's somebody rummaging through the Akashic record, a little bit of the halls of Amenti. Just in recent months and recent days. Oh, there was two things I didn't. Yeah. So this is an energy of somebody that's flailing around, fish out of water. They're trying to see if they still got any type of, loose thread, open portal, some form of access. They don't. Need one happen, needs one word. And one thing that I want to say is that, remember I said vampire, they're still receiving some kind of energy from us. It's not a blanket statement. There's a one or few people out there that are they still being energetically accessed. But the thing about it is that once the summer comes or excuse me, once we move out of March energy into like April energy, definitely into June, July, it's a wrap. Transversely, conversely, excuse me, there's love around the corner for it seems like for a lot of signs. So if love comes in, that energy is canceled out 100% completely. And that's not something that they want because they always thought they could circle the block, come back in at a time when we fall. There's been this energy with all the signs thinking that if they can topple us over, if they can knock us down, that we'll be vulnerable, that we'll be wanting, that will be open to them and whatever they can do and whatever they have to offer or whatever, that they can regain access if we're down on our luck. I've seen it everywhere. It's everywhere I look. That's something going. And that was there a few years ago. It's back. It's the same old story. Same shit, different toilet. Same dress, different colors. So it's like we're being targeted and they won't stop, is what this means. But there is something reaching out from the past, reaching across. It's not from the past, but it did originate in the past. They're reaching across the astral plane, contacting us in dreams, and they're trying to get our energy. They had successfully at one time or another drained us or harvested us. They still have one or two little cords, but it's not the access that they had before. It doesn't fill them up. It doesn't charge them up. It doesn't rejuvenate them like it once did. They struggle these days. And if something comes in, their plan won't of them returning won't be able to work. But I don't see a return. And for some of us, I've seen that it's been several years since we've dealt with them. Okay. So we were supplied for somebody and they're going to hover, come back around, but they're doing a hover not in the physical, but in the astral. They're reaching across the plane to try to see if they can come through, pull through, and they can't actually. So that, they're getting really desperate. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that was said resonates deeply with you, like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation, just a quick prayer. To all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the seas of time, lost somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine, in unconditional loving universal oneness. Honoponopono, we love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path is illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this life. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dhanava, and ashe. Take good care. Bye-bye.